Professor Dmitry, how are you?
I'm good. Glad to see you, Manoj. How are you?
I'm very fine, and you are also looking quite fresh, Professor Dmitry. Nice to see you. Huh?
Nice to see you. Yeah.
So it was very nice and engaging course for you because daily 2.5 hour to 3 hour engagement and then covering so many things. Huh? Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank
how
you.
things?
I
How?
enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed a lot too. Thank you very much for organizing it and inviting me.
Yeah. In fact, it is possible because that you agreed to come, and a lot of people from different institutions, different places, they have joined the program. And I can say that quite hit and hope that your presence almost every year we need actually for covering so many courses because this became very popular among the students and professionals. Correct? That's very good.
Very good. Very good. Perhaps we can do something new in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Always, I think we have to talk to you separately that how it is possible that for one or two such courses, we have to take permission from our board and appoint you as a visiting professor, something like this, so that you can be part of our system for longer time. Huh?
Yeah. Happy to hear it.
Yeah, because it's a good enough to see that. So many contributions you have made, particularly about this anyLogistix, digital twin, and many modeling works.
Mhm.
I'm regularly visiting your pages and see your papers that are coming in different journals. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Very
So
nice.
this year now you left this TS 5.1 session and you given it to uh, so our colleague who is other from the you know,
Yeah. TC5, new TC5 it's Fabio.
yeah,
Fabio is from Norway, right?
not be correct.
I am now
Fabio,
CC5.
Professor Fabio has been taken over from you, no?
Yeah, Fabio. So it's our one of our greatest colleagues, and I'm sure he will take very good lead. And of course, I'm helping too. Yeah. Manoj, are you planning to come to Income next year to Austria?
Yeah, I will come. I will come. I will come.
Where?
Actually, because of my many changeover roles in the like here, new status to this institute. Earlier it was NITI, now I am Mumbai. So a lot of admin work was involved into that. So could not get time much for moving outside country. But now I think I can move easily. Huh? So that will be good enough. Yeah.
Now,
Thank you.
now we can start moving exactly.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Neelesh. First of all, welcome to you at a platform of IIM Mumbai. And I know very well that when you were here 18 years ago, at that time it was NITI Mumbai. So on 16th of
Absolutely.
August, yeah, 16th of August. So Dmitry, he is our one of the very powerful alumni and a leading, well-known name with wider respect. He is being talked for Mr. Neelesh Mundra. So Neelesh ji is well known for his contribution in the supply chain area, Professor Dmitry.
Nice to meet
Thank you.
you.
You're too kind, Manoj, as always. Too kind. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to come back in some shape or form to the campus,
Yes,
at
yes.
least virtually.
No, but I'm thankful to you because you have a pretty engaged program, but despite that, you managed to join and then accepted my invite because such kind of course, Nilesh, this is all not only connected with our IIM Mumbai, but there are many faculty members, students, and participants from the industry. They all have joined. So I thought that it's a very good platform to invite you to address the people and talk about some of your, because you are all doing everything and transforming the different kind of supply chain. So let people should also know that how, as a senior partner in the McKinsey and earlier your avatar in the different, firms. you have changed the profile and, context of the many supply chain operations. So I think it's very interesting to see. And I'm particularly very much happy to see you at this platform.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
And Professor Neelesh, actually, Professor Dmitry is one of the leading authority in the domain of our all digital transformation, particularly his innovation in digital twins and also its many applications in the during COVID time became very famous. Highly cited articles he has published in the Transportation Research Party and IJPR, International Person Research, and along with the legendary and other authors. They are very, very cited big name actually. So it's our good luck that an old friend, he accepted our invite to conduct this course. It is running from 21st, August to now actually. This date, 23rd August to today, last actually. So it's a 3-hour session daily, Neelesh, which he is conducted and covered almost many examples. So we give credit also for this course actually to our
Fantastic.
students.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I think half of the 1/3 of the students have joined. So I think without any delay, we should start the program, Neelesh, so that we can finish in time. Huh? Okay?
Sure.
Yeah. Already it's more than 500 people joined. So I think student pointer, please start.
Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to the closing ceremony of the Global Online Certification course on modeling and building digital supply chain twins using anyLogistix-2023. On behalf of the Indian Institute of Management Mumbai, I would like to thank all the dignitaries, faculty and the course participants for gracing us with their presence on this occasion as we approach the culmination of this enriching journey. This course was an initiative to accelerate the adoption of the PM Gati Shakti, a master plan that has been conceived by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. Kick off with the validatory function, I would like to call Fanish, the student coordinator for the course, to give a brief about our institute, the course, and its registration statistics. Over to you, Fanish.
Hello, everyone. After 7 enriching sessions, welcome you all to the closing ceremony of the course. We are sure that by participating in the course, you have gained knowledge and skill sets with which you can make an impact in your respective fields. We have with us our reputed and world-renowned course instructors, Professor Dmitry Ivanov from Berlin School of Economics and Law, Germany, Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director, IIM Mumbai, and our keynote speaker, Shri Neelesh Mundra, Senior Partner, McKinsey and Company. IIM Mumbai, erstwhile known as NITI, was established by the Government of India in 1963 with the assistance of the United Nations Development Programme and the International Labour Organization. It is ranked 7th in the NRF rankings for 2023 among management institutes across India. IIM Mumbai, under the dynamic leadership of Professor Manoj Tiwari, is the nodal hub for capacity building in logistics and supply chain management to promote the PM Gati Shakti Master Plan. IIM Mumbai students have regular interactions and sessions from industry leaders and leading researchers, especially in supply chain and operations management. IIM Mumbai has successfully completed global online certification courses in diverse fields like supply chain digitization and management, end-to-end supply chain transformation through digitization and business and operations analytics, and many more. The course has received an overwhelming response with 16,000 plus individuals from reputed national and international organizations. Some prominent academic institutions include the IITs, IIMs, IFT, University of London, University of Warwick, and some eminent organizations like PNG, HUL, GE, ITC, Amul, Deloitte, and many more. After the success of previous courses, IIM Mumbai has launched this Need of the Hour course in collaboration with Professor Dmitry Ivanov, considering the rapid growth in IoT and cloud computing and the mounting needs to cut costs and reduce production development time. This is a 21-hour course which considers the digital twin perspective of supply chain optimization using anyLogistix software, a tool that facilitates greenfield analysis, network optimization, and simulation. The course introduces the concepts and principles of supply chain management by building anyLogistic models for supply chain design and resilience analysis using case studies. Introducing our course instructors. Professor Dmitry Ivanov is the co-author of Structural Dynamic Control Methods for Supply Chain Management. He is a recipient of German Chancellor Scholarship Award, the Best Paper and Most Cited Paper Awards of International Journal of Product Research. Professor Manoj Tiwari is himself a stalwart in the operations and SCM domain with over 320 plus publications in international journals. He is also the recipient of Most Influential Researcher Award in this domain. Over 14,000 plus participants from all over the globe are going to be part of this course. We have participants from more than 10 countries and 60 plus esteemed organizations, some of which are Unilever, SAP, Alcargo, Flipkart, and many more. We have received overwhelming participation from education institutes like Cranfield University, Qatar University, IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, IIT Madras, and other prominent institutes from all over the world. Feedback, we believe, is one of the most valuable sources of learning there is. We are pleased to share the few feedback experts from our participants. We are humbled by overwhelming responses, and IIM Mumbai will continue to provide more excellent learning platforms. I would like to mention that the entire end-to-end execution of the course has been done completely in-house by our team at IIM Mumbai, which is led by our director, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari sir. We had a team of 7 faculty coordinators: Professor Devabrata Das, Professor Vijay Kumar Manupati, Professor Vipan Kumar, Professor Amit Kumar Das, Professor Jashashvi Mandal, Professor Ramesh Kumar, and Professor Rosalind Sahu, assisted by student coordinators Ms. Ishika Rajvanshi, Ms. Shruti Anil Gandekar, Mr. Sada Mukashi, Mr. Akash Bhatia, and Mr. Fanish Korkula. We appreciate your involvement and thank you for sparing the valuable time for the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Fanish. Now, I would like to call upon Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari sir, Director IIM Mumbai, for the welcome address. Professor Tiwari is a higher academic grade professor from the Industrial Engineering and System Management Group at IIT Kharagpur. Currently on leave at IIM Mumbai as a director since 2019. His research interests have been supported by several industries along with national and international research funding agencies. He has been awarded the prestigious David F. Baker Distinguished Research Award from the Institute of Industrial and System Engineers. He is the first ever researcher and professional based in India to receive this award. He has published more than 320 papers in reputed international journals and is also the recipient of Most Influential Researcher Award in the domain of operations and supply chain management. It is because of his stellar vision and leadership that this course has been made possible. Director sir, I kindly request you to share a few words.
Yes, thank you very much for this kind introduction, and let me extend my warm welcome and very heartiest welcome to Professor Dmitry, who is my friend and always, we ready to accept our advice. And also I extend my heartfelt welcome to our own alumni and one of the leading star in the domain of logistics and supply chain is Mr. Neelesh Mundra. So I notice from many of the LinkedIn posts as well as our beloved chairman, Mr. Sasi Kiran Shetty, who is a stalwart as well as one of the leading businessmen in the domain of logistics, and also his world famous company having operations in 180 countries. So many times he mentioned the name of Neelesh. Neelesh, I thought that with Neelesh I never met him. So I tried to see more detail, but fortunately, recently I got the details. So I thought that first catch this person and this expert. And so he's so humble. Just in one message, first he got from the LinkedIn, then I used his mobile number, and so lucky that he responded immediately. And also he was supposed to catch a flight, but he cancelled that one also to accept my invitation to join this program. So Neelesh, there is hardly any word for such a appreciation that I want to give you for accepting my request and coming here to enlighten the so many students and faculty and other professionals who joined this program. So let me start formally that my friend and course instructor in this course, Professor Dmitry, is a well-known authority, and he has conducted several researches which are very good and very fruitful for the industry. And his association from Bernal School of Business is well known, and we have been together since 2016 when he invited us to attend the conference. And there also I gave a preliminary talk about the different aspects of logistics and supply chain during that very famous conference. And I found that many of his papers where he has massively used to measure the uncertainties and address the risky affairs, conducted the resilience-related research, and they all have been reported with large number of citations in journals like International Production Research, International Journal of Production Economics, and Transport Research Part E, and many other well-known and powerful, respected international forums. So we noticed that most of the contributions, like say where he has used viability of the intertwined supply chain network, extending the supply chain resilience angle towards survivability. This was in IJPR, around 1200 citations. Digital supply chain twin for managing disruption risk and resilience in the era of Industry 4.0, more than 800 citations. And also we noticed several other contributions which are there, like deployment of sustainable recovery strategies in supply chain, adoption strategy for building supply chain viabilities, then digital supply chain management, COVID tools. So many such things he has reported and published. And because of that, he acquired a very distinct position among the both scholar, instructor, and experts in the domain of the logistics and supply chain, and particularly modeling and providing very accurate decision-making tools. And it is also noticed that the digital twin, which he has used massively, it has been covered also in this course. They all are related to some of the interesting topic, like say how supply chain network optimization, simulation, and digital supply chain twins. He also talked about many of the concepts and tools which are popularly derived from the anyLogistix part, and also practical educational and research projects. Also, he discussed and demonstrated real application to the participants. And certainly, we noticed that his approach to design the greenfield analysis and network optimization, inventory and transportation control, and then also supply chain performance analysis, then principle and concept of the resilience, which of course going beyond now the time to recovery and time to survive. So these are all actually some of the powerful contributions of anyLogistix which he has shown to the participants. And also, I think in days to come up, many of the things which are part of this, they need the applications of other tools like machine learning algorithms, where we have to show both classical and also the machine learning of advanced version like ensembles, reinforced learning, and both supervised and unsupervised. And of course, many of the things like where we use stacking, bagging, boosting, such kind of tools are also needed. But we have not covered all such things in this course. For that, actually, we are planning to have another very interesting course with Professor David, with respect to David Simchilevi of MIT in days to come from 9th, and where most of those applications, advanced applications, generative AI, will be part of that course actually. And then keeping all such details, this course has come to an end today after 2.5 hours of the class. So participants will have been evaluated based on some of the quizzes that will be conducted by the participating team. And here, Neelesh, I tell you, we have been a very active young faculty members. No? They are involved in doing such kind of courses, and they have almost catapulted our approach and reach to the industry and other institutions. And really, and also the list of the students who are very dynamic and dedicated. Every batch we catch them from first year and up to second year they go, and then they select next batch actually for running such kind of courses. So all this model taken from the you guys only who started so many other such programs like Avartan and other things to reach out to the industry. And I also like to introduce formally to Neelesh Mundraji, who has a specialization in supply chain transformation across industries and ranging from automotive, chemicals, metals, mining to e-commerce. And he has demonstrated his application of many what you call strategies, which has resulted in improvement in the operations of many organizations and he has been championing the digital transformation of several supply chains. So Neelesh's recent work includes enabling some of India's leading automotive, cement, and chemical companies to optimize their supply chains and to save cost and improve service levels. And in his role as a expert in the logistics, he has demonstrated the clear-cut applications where multinational clients they have been able to set up their business scenario, but in the India, particularly the domain of e-commerce and third-party logistics. So quite interesting work and widely appreciated by his colleagues and also the business people who have taken his services, who have been benefited by his contributions. So Neelesh, we are really proud of you, and I have no hesitation to say that you are distinct among many professionals whom we have encountered by way of your contributions. So I think now with this note, I request the student coordinator to proceed with the programs. And once again, I extend my warm welcome to both Dmitry ji and Neelesh too as a keynote speaker for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now I invite Professor Dmitry Ivanov, our lead instructor of the course. He is a professor of the Supply Chain and Operation Management at Berlin School of Economics and Law, Deputy Director and Executive Board Member of Institute for Logistics, and Faculty Director of MA Global Supply Chain and Operation Management Program at HWR Berlin. His research explores structural dynamic and control in complex networks with application to supply chain resilience, scheduling in Industry 4.0 system, supply chain simulation, risk analytics, and digital supply chain twins. He is the co-author of the Structural Dynamic Control Methods for Supply Chain Management. He is the recipient of the German Chancellor Scholarship Award, the Best Paper and the Most Cited Paper Awards of International Journal of Production Research. Professor Dmitry Ivanov, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. And after such an introduction, I mean, you should do something incredible to convince people that everything which was said, it's real, right? No, seriously, of course, I am happy that the research we are doing, and I say we are doing because it's always a team behind every achievement, and we are happy that this research makes impact. And we are happy not only because it promotes ourselves, right? But we are mostly happy because all that research helps other people, help students, helps professionals, helps professors in different universities to promote the right knowledge about supply chain, about operations management, right? So what we have all understood through the pandemic, and for us, it was clear even before pandemic came that resilience is the central element of supply chain and operations management. Only resilient supply chain can be profitable, right? And throughout the course, my idea was to convince you that resilient and digital supply chain are two major success angles to consider to navigate supply chains of future. There are several technologies, there are several concepts, methods which are used to build resilient digital supply chain, and this is something what we discussed in this course, right? You learned about how to build digital supply chain twin, how to use digital supply chain twin to analyze resilience, how to improve resilience. And today I have even some more new materials about viability, survival, resilience at the times of super crisis. I think it's quite meaningful to say that now we are living times of super crisis, right? So it's not like 5 years ago when the world looks very stable, and so supply chain also did. Right? If you remember the job of supply chain managers 5-10 years ago, it was mostly about cost reduction, and mostly about inventory reduction, It was mostly about, balancing stable demand with stable supply. And all that changed over the last years, right? And the pandemic was just the starting point. As we see now, we see that the crisis become more and more severe, and the challenges to supply chain managers become more and more severe. Right? I think now I would say sweet hour of supply chain management comes. We as operations manager, as the word says, operations. It's something with healthcare. Like we are like doctors. If everything goes smoothly, no one needs us. Right? And operations supply chain function was really secondary many years. But now, suddenly, when supply chains got sick, when businesses got in trouble, people are looking for us. Hey, doctor, help, right? So, and we as supply chain managers, we should come and help. And this is essential why I am investing my time in such educational program to disseminate knowledge about resilience, about how to navigate supply chains at such times. And very good that this course was organized. Thanks to everyone. Of course, many thanks to Manoj, who is definitely the driving power behind all these developments, and with all his energy, with all his outstanding reputation in the worldwide community, all that became possible, and the entire team behind was really highly professional, and so all that was done in house. I really like it, right? So, and I know that you all have a lot of activities, guys. You are teaching, you are doing research, and then all that on top, and you did it perfectly. Thanks a lot for everyone. Yeah, I don't know. So what I supposed to do? I have a small lecture maybe, but first of all, I would like to listen to others and to learn from you guys before I take over again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, student coordinator, please.
Thank you, sir, for your remarkable words. We are grateful for your guidance and inspiration. I would like to call Shri Neelesh Mundra ji, who is gracing our event today with his esteemed presence, to enrich our participants with his diverse experience. We are honored to welcome a distinguished guest who personifies excellence and achievement, an esteemed alumnus of IIM Mumbai from the batch of 2005. Following his tenure at IIM Mumbai, his journey began at Procter & Gamble, where he dedicated 3 years to honing his skill and contributing to the world of business. He then transitioned to the renowned consultancy powerhouse, McKinsey & Company. His tenure at McKinsey & Company has been characterized by a series of accomplishments which have culminated in his current role as a senior partner at McKinsey & Company. His journey from being a bright student at IIM Mumbai to a senior partner at McKinsey & Company stand as a testament to this unwavering dedication, the relentless pursuit of knowledge, and exceptional leadership abilities. He has become an inspiration to aspiring professionals, showcasing the heights that can be achieved through a combination of education, experience, and a passion for excellence. Today, we are deeply honored to have him grace this event with his presence. As we eagerly anticipate his insights, wisdom, and perspective, let us collectively welcome Shri Neelesh Mundra ji, an individual who not only reflect the ethos of our institution, but also serve as a beacon of inspiration for us, for all of us who are striving for greatness in our respective journey. Sir, we kindly request you to share your valuable insights.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is truly humbling and honoring at the same time. I wish I had recorded this little introduction and shown it to my wife back home. She would be truly proud of it. Thank you very much. Friends, I think this is the first time I'm actually re-engaging back with my alma mater, and it wouldn't have happened if Manoj had not sent me this message a few days ago. And the reason why I was so quick to respond is for two reasons. One is I have been following the achievements of erstwhile NITI and now IIM Mumbai for the last 18 years from a distance. And I'm truly proud of what has become of this university that I graduated from 18 years ago. It's humbling to see what the university has managed to achieve. It's also an extremely proud moment to now come back and address this esteemed crowd. I won't take much time because I know you'll have a packed agenda, but I just thought I'll start with two, three points of what I've seen in supply chains over the last 18 years of pretty much being in this field and working with a variety of clients and leading the practice from McKinsey. I think the first thing is exactly what Professor Dmitry said, right? Supply chain has gone from being the back office to being the #1 boardroom discussion over the last 2-3 years. The amount of conversations in boardrooms that I have had to join to help solve the most critical crisis have never happened over the last 2 decades that I've been in this field. And it's amazing to see this change. And I think there is a fundamental reason for that. I think the reason, as I see it, is we always talk as supply chain solving the trifecta of service, cash, and cost, and trying to find a beautiful balance between these 3 parameters. This triangle, honestly, over the last few years has moved from being a triangle to a hexagon by ordering or adding 3 more parameters to it. The first one, which is what this course is all about, resilience. The second one is all around the concept of agility, on how do you actually respond quickly to changes and how do you make it flexible. And the third is around sustainability. So I think from being a supply chain professional a decade ago, where you had the problem of managing service cash cost, now you've got the additional problem or the additional challenge of managing sustainability along with resilience and agility in supply chains. And this, by the way, is going to continue to just expand in its importance, these 3 new parameters. To give you a small number, in global trade that we see as one broad parameter of where supply chains play a role, $18 trillion of trade happens, $18 trillion approximately. And out of that, what we've analyzed is somewhere between $3 to $5 trillion of this trade is expected to shift. What I mean by shift is it means that if you're buying something from a particular country, you buy it from another. If the demand in a particular region was X, it's probably going to become 2X. So there's going to be a tectonic movement in the way global supply chains are moving, which has never happened before. Now, you may ask what has suddenly made this happen. There are a variety of reasons. It's not only a COVID. COVID was one of the reasons why this whole concept of China +1, dual sourcing, etc. came up. But there are other reasons why this tectonic shift is happening. There's a shift on where demand is. In general, we have always seen the Western world as the demand pocket, the US, the Europe part as demand, and Asia and the Eastern world was a massive supply base. What's ending up happening as we speak is Asia is outgrowing from a speed of demand growth itself. And hence, suddenly, when you had everything being produced in eastern part of the world moving to the west, suddenly now you've got the eastern part of the world also having a significant portion of the demand growth. And if that happens, supply chain managers are now having to change their networks to really figure out, okay, how do I ensure that I don't have a supply chain flowing east to west, but it needs to flow east to east as well as east to west at the same time. And this, by the way, is a significant shift. There are, of course, geopolitical constraints that are also causing some of these shifts, but just think of the mammoth size, right? Anywhere between $3 to $5 trillion out of $18 trillion, anywhere between that is about 20 to 30% could potentially move in where it's going to be placed. And that's where this concept of agility comes in to really figure out how are you going to manage it. I won't spend too much time on sustainability. I know everyone's aware of this being a very important topic that is coming up in supply chains. One of the biggest questions my clients ask me is, please tell me how much is my carbon footprint in the supply chain? And there isn't a very easy way of estimating carbon footprint when you've got a very diversified supply chain, because where do you start and where do you stop? Do you start at when the truck enters your customer gate? And do you stop at the time when your tier 2 supplier or tier 3 supplier actually produces something leveraging some carbon emissions? So there is a sustainability angle to it. But let's focus a little bit on resilience, since that's been also the core topic of the digital twin discussions that you'll have had. One of the things that we did is we started measuring shocks in the supply chains from the year 2000 till 2022, so spanning over 2 decades. And it was alarming what we saw. We saw that not only are the shocks becoming more severe, almost to the point of super crisis that Professor Dmitry was mentioning, but they have also become extremely more frequent than they were. In the year 2000, which is when Y2K happened, there were 1 or 2 shocks. Now you're seeing shocks happening every few months. This is not just about COVID, which suddenly woke up everyone and said, oh my God, supply chain resilience is important. It's about wars. It's about the Suez Canal blockage. It's about everything that is giving these shocks into the system. It's about the rates that the shipping industry had seen over the last 2 years. So these shocks have become more prevalent. One of the analysis we did is there is almost a likelihood that every 3.7 years, to be precise, companies will see 1 month of loss of revenue. 1 month of loss every 3.7 years because of some supply chain shock if they haven't created a resilient supply chain. Now, 1 month of loss over every 3.7 years is almost 45% of an EBITDA loss of a decade, of 1 year in a decade. So there is a significant need for resilience to be brought in. And in resilience, I think everyone talks about, oh, we need to have resilient supply chains, which means we need to have multiple sources for the same product. In our field, what we've tried to do is a little bit of research on the types of shocks that one sees. And these shocks where you need 2 or 3 suppliers and you need a China plus 1 strategy, there's only one type of shock, which we call structural shocks, which is you just got too much concentration in one country or in one particular vendor. But there are 6 other types of shocks and 6 other types of resilience measures that are needed to be kept in a supply chain. There are operational shocks, which is around your own factories having struggles. There are reputational shocks, which could be around labor management. It could be around an oil spill in a particular sea, which is something that you're responsible for. It could be around issues around sustainability that you're called out on. There could be regulatory shocks, which is just changes in regulations. A particular country adds another import duty onto your raw materials. It will completely change the way your supply chain should be. You could have financial shocks, which is around just corporates going bankrupt. A particular place where you were sourcing your material from is suddenly no longer available from there. A particular country putting in some financial clauses. There's a cyber security shock, which has become very prevalent over the last few years, which is how do you ensure that your supply chains are actually protected from shocks due to just systems not being broken down or getting hacked into. And then there are organizational shocks, which is what do you do with your organization, which is usually seen as a backbencher, as something that you take for granted. But at times, we've realized that there are maybe 8-10 people in an organization that really matter, and they are the brains behind the supply chain, and suddenly they leave and the whole system breaks down. So there are 7 types of shocks that we believe are necessary to be looked at. And when we did a survey of supply chain professionals across the world, we realized that almost 92% of them over the last 2 years have been discussing resilience as a key topic. And the big thing in resilience is, how can I manage shocks before they happen? And for that, I think the topic that you all have been discussing in this course is probably the most critical topic, which is how do you, and everyone calls it different words. You can call it a nerve center, you can call it a digital twin, but the concept of having a way of predicting faster than you've ever done before on implications of a shock or predicting the shock itself is probably the most critical thing that supply chains can do today, which they couldn't do in the past. I remember when I was in Procter & Gamble and I was doing demand planning for a few of their categories. We didn't have these tools. And if someone told me tell me a what if analysis if my plant goes down for 5 days. I'll tell them, okay, give me the next 5 days and I'll come back with it. Now with the concept of digital twins, within minutes, you can do what if analysis on what is the impact of a particular event and the probability of the event. By the way, it can go as far as prescribing what you should do in case this event happens. And I think that's the core of the premise of what the course has also covered, I'm sure. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating that I wish the only grouse I have, and I'll stop at this, is Manojji, if you had, I would have appreciated if you had called me at the kickoff so I could actually go through the course myself and learn from Professor Dmitry rather than being at the end of it and having to tell the audience on how important this course has been. But it's fascinating that Nitty is doing these courses. I wish we had this 18 years ago at the campus. I'm truly proud as an alumni to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And Professor Dmitry, looking forward to connecting over offline also. It's fascinating the work that you're doing. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Neelesh. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experiences with all the participants. It was a pleasure to hear from you. IIM Mumbai will surely continue to add more value to businesses and help them make their presence felt globally. I would like to invite our faculty coordinator, Professor Vipin Kumar, sir, to convey the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shruti. As we reach towards the end of closing ceremony, I, Vipin Kumar, one of the faculty coordinators, takes this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made the successful completion of this unique course possible. Firstly, I would like to thank Professor Dmitry for kindly accepting our invitation to lead this course after completing the previous version of the course last year. We are sure that our participants would have gained a lot of learning from his unique teaching style with diverse case studies and practical examples. Thank you, Professor Dmitry, for your association with us. We feel privileged for having you with us. We would like to express our deepest appreciation to Mr. Neelesh Mundraji, Senior Partner, McKinsey and Company, for gracing today's events. We are highly grateful to have you with us and to hear your insightful words. More importantly, we are extremely thankful to all the course participants for showing an overwhelming response to this course and believing in us as one of the premium institutes in the country. We look forward to engaging with you all in our future courses. As always, it is a matter of pride for us that this course has been launched and successfully managed by IIM Mumbai team. We are extremely grateful to our director, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, sir, under whose visionary leadership and guidance the launch of this course has been possible again. We also thank the Institute Authority, faculty members, officers, and staff members for having mobilized all the resources needed for this program. We are also grateful to the entire IIM Mumbai community, including IIM Mumbai faculty and students, for their continued encouragement and support. We really appreciate our faculty coordinators, Professor Deprata Das, Professor Vijay Kumar Manupati, Professor Amit Kumar Das, Professor Jasasvi Mandal, Professor Ramesh Kumar, and Professor Rosalyn Sau for their excellent management of the course. We especially thank our student team led by Ishika, Saddam, Shruti, Akash, and Fanish, who are handling end-to-end execution of the entire course. We feel greatly proud of our entire team. We aim to continue to add value to this course and all future courses for our participants. A big thank you to all for attending the closing ceremony. We are looking forward to your presence in future courses. Over to Shruti.
Thank you, sir. With this, we conclude our closing ceremony. I would like to thank all the dignitaries and all the participants for attending this ceremony. We'll have a break of 5 minutes, and I request all the participants to join back for the final lecture with Professor Dmitry Ivanov.
So thank you, Neelesh, for coming, and I will personally promise you that most of the courses I will certainly in touch with you and call you also to Bombay very soon. Huh? Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Neelesh, was very nice talk. Thank you. Very happy. We'll be very happy to connect with you.
So look here, Neelesh, look here. In just 10 minutes, you made him your fan, actually. Right?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, see you in 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Neelesh. Take care.
Thank you.